Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Zennie62 Daily Vlog. This is GoCSURams. I live streamed last night, and I live streamed Saturday. So by now, you all know that I am a fellow moderator for Zennie62. But now I'll still moderate Zennie streams, but Zennie has allowed me to be on his. So welcome, everyone. And bear with me. So bear with me here. But welcome everyone to the stream. And we're going to talk about the NFL Hall of Fame. We're also going to talk about the who should go into the Hall of Fame, and also who should be which coaches, offensive, defensive coordinators, should go to which team. So we're going to talk about that, and then if we do have time by 10 o'clock, we'll look at things. We'll look at college football championship. I don't even know what's going on right now, but we'll look at it later. But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream, and let me so welcome everyone. Start with the NFL Hall of Fame, and who should go in. Now there's 15 people that have been selected out of, I think, 20 to be elected. It will go down to 7 to go in the Hall of Fame. But tonight we're going to look at, who should go in. Who should go into the Hall of Fame. So, let me get to the NFL.com and let's get started. Now, I know it's different. I know I'm not Zennie, but I love, y'all to come on to watch each night at 9 o'clock Mountain Standard, 11 o'clock Eastern. Love for y'all to come on and watch me, and so hopefully we'll have a great time. And so let me go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame and let's get things started. Oh shoot. Welcome everyone to the stream. Hello, the 3 who are watching. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. We're going to talk about the Hall of Fame finalists and who should go in. That's one thing that's going on right now. Who should go into the Hall of Fame? And so I'm trying. Oh, come on. Who should go into the Hall of Fame? Give me a list of players, and, we'll talk about them. We'll see, okay, is that a good player? But I'm trying to get in to look at oh, here we go. Okay, I found it. This is from Sports Illustrated, and it lists all the Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists. Now, this will be narrowed down So, complete list: Ray Lewis, linebacker; Brian Urlacher, Ed Guerin James. Ed Guerin James, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Isaac Bruce, John Lynch, Brian Dawkins, Everson Walls, Ty Law, Tony Boselli, Kevin Mawa, Joe Jacoby, and Steve Hutchinson. And then our last one, Alan Fanica, something like that. But welcome everyone to the stream. I'd like to, we're gonna go through the NFL Hall of Fame and see what y'all think. This is GoCSURams. I'm actually doing the stream tonight instead of Zennie. Well, Zennie could be doing his. But welcome everyone. And so, Hall of Fame, we've got two linebackers, one running back, three wide receivers, two safeties, two defensive backs, one defensive back, one cornerback, one offensive tackle, one corner, one offensive tackle, and another offensive tackle, offensive guard, and then another offensive guard. So, hey, that's a lot of players to sift through, but there's a lot of great finalists there's 15. There is 15 finalists. They'll be announced, and then, and then we have Robert Brazil, Jerry Kramer, and then Bobby Berthard. So that's all who we've got on. Yes, David Rollo. This is GoCSURams. This is not Zennie. This is me in front of a camera instead of behind the scenes moderating the stream. So this is GoCSU instead. So welcome to the stream. We're having we're talking about the playoffs or Hall of Fame tonight, and then who would be the best fit. Hi, Fred. This is live stream. But welcome everyone. Welcome to the 4 who just joined. We're talking about the NFL Hall of Fame tonight. We're talking about who would be the best fit to coach and which team they should coach for. But we're talking about Hall of Fame. We're talking about who should go in into the Hall of Fame. Now there's a few that I see going in, and then also who should go in next year. My two, I've got 3, is Isaac Bruce. Let's see. Okay, let's look at him again. Okay, Tony Boselli is tackle. He was with the Jacksonville Jaguars from 95 until 01. Then you have Isaac Bruce, who was a wide receiver. He was with the Los Angeles and St. Louis Rams from 94 to 07. And then with the 49ers from 08 to 09. Then you have Brian Dawkins, who was a safety, who was with the Eagles from 96 to 08. Then you have then he was with the Broncos from 09 to 11. And then Alec Faneca, who was a guard. He was with the Steelers, Jets, and Cardinals from 98 to 2010. Then we have Steve Hutchinson, who was also a guard. He was a guard from 01 to 2012 with the Seattle Seahawks, Minnesota Vikings, and the Tennessee Titans. Then we have Joe Jacoby, who was a tackle. He was in the league from 1981 to 1993 with the Washington Redskins. Then you have Adrian James, who's a running back. Hey, John Marks, how you doing? Hey, Pedro. I will check on that, Pedro. We'll if you stick around after the we look at the Hall of Fame. We will look at the coaches, and we'll be here in about 10 minutes. Want to get your idea on Hall of Fame first, and then we'll look at coordinators for Gruden and also coaches for who can go to teams. So we've got Brian Dawkins, or wait a minute. Oh, wait. Not there. Ty Law, who was a cornerback, and Jaron James, who was a running back, Ray Lewis, who was a linebacker, John Lynch, a free safety, Kevin Mawa, who was the center, Randy Moss, a wide receiver, Terrell Owens, wide receiver, Brian Urlacher, great player, linebacker, Everson Walls, who was a cornerback, Robert Brazile, linebacker, Jerry Kramer, guard, and then Bobby Beathard, who was the general manager and personal administrator. So those are the team players, but there are three: John Lynch, Randy Moss, and Terrell Owens. Three great players. Well, actually, I'll add a fourth one, Brian Urlacher. Four great teams. Four great players who played in the NFL, and I mean they're great players, and I hope to see at least two of those four that I just mentioned. I'd love to see those four in the Hall of Fame, but we will see what happens. Love for your we're I'd love to see them in the Hall of Fame, but comment down below if who do you think should go into the Hall of Fame. Comment down below, out of those 15, who should go into the Hall of Fame this year. I will add one for next year though. Is the owner of the Denver Broncos, Pat Bowlen. He's a great owner, and I think he should really go in. He should go into the Hall of Fame next year. He really needs to be in the Hall of Fame before he passes away. So, but we'll see what happens on that. Now, since y'all want to know about Gruden and coordinators and coaches, we're going to go on to Who would be the best fit to coach with which team? Now, hopefully that we're gonna look at that. So let me look and see who would John Gruden, the Raiders head coach, want for his coordinators. Coordinators. And then to answer John Mark's question, John Mark says Vegas is the finance nobody wants. I agree. I definitely agree on that one. Okay, show. Let's look. Well, there's some here. This is from NBC Sports and then MLive, but let's see. They're talking about Paul Guenther from the Bengals. He's reported to be hired as a coordinator. I agree, Pedro. Yeah. Cliff Branch. Wait a minute. Can you remind me who he is? If you can remind me who he is, I would appreciate it. See, I'm not as knowledgeable as Zennie would be, but he knows people, and so I'm not as knowledgeable, but I'm gonna try and get knowledge through live streaming with all y'all. I agree, Rick Rice. Welcome to the stream tonight. Vegas is a joke. I agree. We're talking about John Gruden and coaching staffs. Tell me, I'd like to know, who do you think should be coordinators on under John Gruden? Who do you think? Now, I could give off some coaches, but they're already, hired with teams. But who do you think? When I look, I think Paul Guenther would be a good coordinator. I think he's a coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals, but I don't know. Defensive coordinator. Okay. See, he would be great. He's got he has a defense there. So, I don't know. I think Paul Guenther would be a good one to try and do. Then you got, let's see. Who else? Who else would be a good coordinator? I honestly don't know, but let's see. Be good for coordinators that would be good for the Raiders, and that would work with John Gruden. I don't know. I have no clue. Oh goodness. I can't find something. Can't find anything. Just give me something off the top of your head. Okay, news. Okay. Olsen. They said Todd Bowles, offensive coordinator. Or excuse me, John Morton, offensive coordinator John Morton for Raiders. Terrell Austin. I don't know. Who do you all think would be a good? I think so. That's what I saw. Was Olsen. Not great. I don't think. Let me look. Hold on. Okay, so this is from Fansided. This is, yes, Los Angeles Rams quarterback coach Greg Olsen could be soon joining the Raiders as offensive coordinator. True, Pedro. We're talking about hitting or coaches who would be good to go to teams, and we're talking about Gruden, the coordinators. Who would be good to go? Now, I'd like to know from everybody who can chat, who would be great to go into the Raiders and be the coordinators. Now, I listed off a few. Quarterbacks coach Greg Olsen. Wait a minute. Can you all tell me something? Didn't Greg Olsen play for the Panthers, or am I thinking of somebody different? If I'm thinking of somebody completely different, please let me know. Because I'm thinking of Greg Olsen, Carolina Panthers. I'm thinking of that person. Unless, is there two Greg Olsens? If you can let me know, I'd like to know. But Greg Olsen, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, Greg Olsen. Then you got. What do you think of John Pagano? Could he stick around as defensive coordinator for the Raiders? Now that's an interesting thing. John Pagano. Seeing what he did with the Raiders last year, he should. He should stick around. I don't know. Let me know. I think, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I think that John Pagano should stay. Bengals should hire, or Raiders should hire Terrell Austin. I don't know, but that gives you an idea on who should go. Who should go to the Raiders? That gives you an idea. So, that gives you something to think about. Welcome to those 5. We're talking about the coaching staffs. Now I'm going to go to the NFL and go to Coaching Tracker. Okay, so I'm going to list off names, and let's talk about who or where should they go. Where should they go? Okay, so head coaching candidates. I'm not going to go terribly fast, but I'm just going to read them off. Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, who is playing against the Titans next week. Vikings offensive coordinator Pat Schumer, who is playing against the Saints on Sunday. Eagles QB coach John DeFilippo. Patriots DC, Matt Patricia. Eagles DC, defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. Panthers defensive coordinator Steve Wilks. Chiefs. What's STC? Chiefs STC Dave Tube. Eagles offensive coordinator Frank Reich. Texans defensive coordinator Mike Vrabel. Saints tight end coach Dan Campbell. Seahawks offensive line coach Tom Cable. Steelers offensive coordinator Todd Haley. Vikings defensive coordinator George Edwards. Steelers offensive line coach Mike Machak. Seahawks defensive coordinator Chris Richard. Saints defensive coordinator Dennis Allen. Eagles STC Dave Phipp. Lions offensive coordinator. Oh, special teams. Okay. Jim Bob Cooter. Bears defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. And then Cardinals defensive coordinator James Bettcher. Lost my. And then Buccaneers defensive coordinator Mike Smith. Okay, so who's all looking for head coaches? Okay. So you got the Lions, the Cardinals, the Indianapolis Colts, the New York Giants. And then we'll also look at offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. For the head coaches who we pick. So, let's see. Let's start off with Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels. Where would Josh McDaniels go? Where could he go? Thanks, Rick Rice. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Where could he go? Josh McDaniels. Where do you think Josh McDaniels would go so far as head coaching, offensive coordinator, or defensive coordinator? Who do you think would go? I'm thinking of a few, or I'm thinking he could go to the Indianapolis Colts. You know, they're looking for a coaching hire there. But could McDaniels, could he be willing to leave the New England Patriots, who are on a hot streak right now, and could he go to the Indianapolis Colts? I think he would, but I'd like to know, would y'all agree? Would y'all agree if Josh McDaniels could go to the Indianapolis Colts? I mean, that's a good team right there. Yeah, I mean, Josh McDaniels. Let's see. You also got the Giants. He could coach the Giants, but I don't think he's the right fit for the Giants. I don't think so. We'll see what happens, but I don't think Josh McDaniels would be a good fit for the Giants and what they're doing there. But then you got, let's see. Then you have Vikings offensive coordinator Pat Schumer. I think he'll stay an offensive coordinator, but I do think he'll leave the Vikings. And I think that Matt Patricia could go to. Well, actually, hold on. Let's back up. Let's back up back to Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels. I just remembered something. Giants have a good. Well, actually, no. Giants have a bad defense. But okay, never mind. I'll leave where. I'll leave that. But I think that Josh McDaniels would go to the wouldn't go to the Tennessee Titans, or not Tennessee Titans. Oh my goodness. He would go to the Colts, and then the Vikings coordinator, offensive coordinator, would go, I think, with Josh McDaniels, and he would go to the Colts and be the offensive coordinator for the Colts under Josh McDaniels. Okay. Then you have Matt Patricia. What do y'all think? Do you think should he stay a defensive coordinator with the Patriots or a defensive coordinator with another team, or where would you think he would be a good head coach with? Okay. Never mind. Never mind about Terrell Austin as defensive coordinator. Cincinnati Bengals have hired him, so Terrell Austin is out for defensive coordinator for potential defensive coordinator for the Raiders. He is out. But going back to Patriots defensive coordinator Matt Patricia, where do you think he would go? Could he go to the Patriots? Or could he stay with the Patriots? Or could he go to another team? I don't particularly think that he would stay with the Patriots. I think he would either go to another team, be a defensive coordinator there, or he would go to be a head coach. Now, Josh McDaniels knows Matt Patricia. I think that, well, I don't know. I don't know. Where do you think he would go? I don't know where he would go. I mean, he's a great coach. I don't know. He's a good offensive coordinator. I'll put it that way. I don't know. I'll have to think. I guess he could stay as the Patriots defensive coordinator. Bill Belichick would have to look for a new offensive coordinator, though. That's the thing. But, I think Matt Patricia, I think he'll stay with the Patriots. Then you go to Eagles defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. I think he'll stay with the Eagles. Then you got Panthers defensive coordinator Steve Wilkes. No, I think he'll stay. Chiefs special teams coordinator Dave Tube. I think he'll stay. Eagles offensive coordinator Frank Reich. He will go to the Arizona Cardinals. He would go to the Arizona Cardinals. They need offensive help. Yeah, I think he would leave and go to the Arizona Cardinals because the Cardinals are gonna need help on offense. A lot of help. And he could hire Mike Vrabel, the defensive coordinator for the Texans. He could hire him. Then you got Seahawks OL coach Tom Cable. I think he'll stay. Steelers offensive coordinator Todd Haley. I think. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know. But I think he'll stay. He'll stay with Seahawks. Steelers offensive coordinator Todd Haley. I think he'll go and he'll be coach of the Detroit Lions. He'll be coach for the Detroit Lions. Then you have defensive coordinator George Edwards. He'll stay. Offensive line coach Mike Munchak. He'll stay. Seahawks defensive coordinator Chris Richards. He'll go to the Giants, or to the Lions under Todd Haley. Seahawks. Saints defense coordinator Dennis Allen would stay. Dave Flip would stay. He'll stay with the Eagles. Lions offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter, I think he'll stay, and he'll be with George Edwards. I think I said, yeah. He'll go to the Lions. I don't know. We'll see what happens, and then you got Bears defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. He's a good coach. I think he'll go to the Giants under whoever I said, Frank Reach or something. Then you got Vic Fangio. He'll stay. James Bettcher, I think he'll stay with the Cardinals. And then Buccaneers defense coordinator Mike Smith, I think he'll stay. So, that gives me an idea about who would stay and who would go. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but there's great coaches all around the league, but I think Josh McDaniels and Matt Patricia will both leave, and we'll see what happens, but I think they'll both leave. Well, actually, no. Josh McDaniels would leave. Matt Patricia will stay. And Bill Belichick will have to find a new offensive coordinator. If he retires. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, that's all I have for you That's all I have for y'all. How is the Georgia game going? I don't know what's going on. Let me look and see. Okay, so the Georgia Bulldogs are beating Crimson Tide right now, 20-13. So, I think they have the ball. Georgia has the ball. So, I'm gonna say Alabama. I said this last week Thursday. Alabama will win. So with that, I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna don't forget to know when I'm live. I'm gonna give you my Twitter handler. My Twitter handler is this. Let me go to my Twitter and then I'll give it to you. Hold on. Bear with me here. Okay, so it is go. So my Twitter handler is GoCSURams because I am a Rams fan, and then Oak. So that's capital G, lowercase o, capital CSUR, lowercase AMS, uppercase O, and then lowercase AK. So that is GoCSURams Oak. So with that, I'm going to leave y'all. Thanks for joining me. And hopefully we can get whoa. With that, I'll leave y'all, and I will see y'all later. And tell everyone, tweet it out that I'm live. I could be doing something tomorrow evening. We'll see. So, with that, I will see y'all later, and I will see you on the next stream. Talk to y'all later.